Welcome everyone, and welcome to Orange County Realtors and our Fall Forum. Thank you for attending our Global Business Alliance Committee's Fall Forum today. We are going to explore two countries today that were part of the cradle of civilization. We're going to Greece and Turkey, ancient civilization to modern Mediterranean. My name is Bob Hartman, and I am the GBA Chair for 2022. And I want to introduce my Vice Chair, Lisa Yee. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, hello. Our Fall Forum task team has worked very hard organizing this forum. Arana Greenberg is the task team leader for Greece, and she has been assisted by Lata Javanputra and Alessia Drazdova. Rana Muhuddin is the task team leader for Turkey, and she has been assisted by Tina Bow and Spencer Hu. The members of our GBA committee are Gita Amiri, Dwayne Beisner, Monique Brown, Jola Cook, Matt Cortez, Joyce Indo, Christina Fu, Jeffrey Halen, Andrew Lin, Kana Makino, Yami Martinez, Maureen McGrath, Catherine Miyoshi, Laurette Murphy, Elizabeth Otok, and Mary Rampone. We have several honorary members: Craig Borner, Alessia Drazdova, Spencer Hu, and Sylvia Prata. I must also mention the people behind the scenes that make these forums happen, and Global Business Alliance and Orange County Realtor a success. Phong Deep, our main staff liaison. Zippy McDougall is also our staff liaison. Dave Stefanides, of the CEO of Orange County Realtors, is one of our biggest supporters in always asking us to reach higher. The communications department, Sabrina Blair and Jerry Mancuso, always do a great job for us on these forums and special projects. I must also mention another task team that work behind the scenes, and not just for this forum, but future forums and other events held by Orange County Realtors. Jeff Allen was our communications task team lead, and he and his team have done a terrific job of putting together our first short marketing video for the Fall Forum. Thank you, Jeff, Arana, Alessia, Yami, Rana, Lata, Jola, and Lisa for accomplishing this goal this year.
Good morning. Hi, it's Jenny Ann Craig.
Hi,
Thank
Vivian, how are you?
To you.
Please mute yourself if you're coming into the room. Thank you. So now we're going to see a short video. So here we go.
Hello. Welcome. Xin chào. Hola.
Cześć, witam.
你好. Bonjour. Hello. Namaste.
Our purpose is to create and advocate for educational programs and partnerships designed to raise member awareness of global clients and investment groups in our local market, and to provide the dissemination of information that facilitates and promotes greater interaction, understanding, and cooperation across cultural lines within and peripheral to the real estate profession.
With the help of NAR's resources, we are working towards building cooperative relationships with foreign real estate associations, developing global business connections, and networking with the international real estate community in a safe and ethical environment.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Salam.
Gracias.
感恩
ありがとうございました. Witamy Was.
Shukriya.
We are the Orange County
Global Business Alliance,
Connecting you to the world.
Come and get global with us.
Thank you, everyone, for watching our Global Business Alliance video. And it gives me great pleasure to be able to introduce our first speaker today, who is from NAR. And she is terrific. I have heard her speak, and in fact, heard her speak just this last week at CAR in the CAR Global Conference meeting that we had there in Long Beach. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce Alina Abbey. And Alina is a global real estate consultant, speaker, and investor based in San Francisco, California. She offers solutions for different aspects of global real estate, advising on business development, marketing, transactions, prop tech solutions, real estate practices, and ethics, education, and volunteering. Throughout her career, she prides herself in connecting the private, government, and non-governmental sectors with SDG in mind. Alina has a background in journalism and economic research and holds a PhD in economics with emphasis in globalization. Her background and professional affiliations include 2022 NAR National Association of Realtors Global Coordinator for Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa. She is a member of the Global General Assembly of Partners, co-chair of Business and Industry Group 2022, and the General Assembly of Partners, GAP. She is a member of FIAPSI World and for 2022, 2023, and as we know, that was founded many years ago in Paris in 1953. She is a broker associate of Compass Real Estate in San Francisco and Realty NA, International PropTech Company Board of Advisors, and a member of that with Vice President of Investors and Realtors. Thank you very much, Alina, for being here with us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy to be here, especially that this is my home state as well. I'm also based in California, in San Francisco. So I'm very happy to participate in a program, which I think it was a true collaboration between Orange County Realtors and our team at NAR for Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa. So thank you for all your meticulous organization. I would not talk too much because there's so much to talk about Greece and Turkey. We have guests who are highly qualified to talk about that, and our ambassadors. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our program at NAR and what we do. Our region and these two countries and partners are part of the region. It's Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa. That consists of, if we can move the presentation, we have 21 countries in 3 different regions, actually. In Eastern Europe, we have European Union countries and non-European Union countries. As you do know, that unfortunately this year, the conflict in Ukraine affected our partners and colleagues as well. And we've been very hands-on and very involved there to help the real estate profession to survive in Ukraine. In fact, NAR offers free professional courses and designations to our colleagues there. And of course, free membership to become International Realtor members and monetary donations as well for members and their families in Ukraine as the Ukrainian Realtors Association. So this is one thing that we do. And then we have 3 countries in Middle East. We just signed an agreement in March with UAE. We were in Dubai with the NAR president, Leslie Ruda Smith, and Alex Escudero, who is the global director. programs for NAR. And also we have, of course, Turkey and Lebanon. And we're very proud of our partnership with Africa. We have 3 partners for the moment, and we are continuously looking to expand and find new mind-like and compatible partners in these regions. Next, please. I just wanted to, because maybe a lot of people in global business councils and throughout the country don't know what the NAR Global Ambassador is. I'm not going to read all that, but we are all volunteers. We work on volunteers basis. We are all business people and realtors in different markets in the US. It's a realtor like all of you, so anyone could actually apply and be a global ambassador if has this interest. It needs to be based in United States and be a United States realtor. And most of the time we do have a CIPS designation, that it's ideally, and knowledge of that respective country, culture, and language. It's an application process. You can apply and reapply every year, but we are all volunteers. Next, please. What is an NAR Global Coordinator, which is my position? It's appointed also annually by the NAR president, and we are appointed on 5 regions. So we are 5 global coordinators at NAR level. 1 for North America, Central America, and Caribbean, then South America, Asia Pacific, Western Europe, and our region, Central, Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Africa. We serve this region and we work with the global ambassadors. In our region, we have 8 ambassadors, and we are unique in a way that 2 of our global ambassadors are actually based in the region. They are actually foreign realtors, international realtor members, because we have a very large region and we need help in particular in Eastern Europe and in Balkans. One is based in Romania and one is based in Serbia. All the others are in the United States. Next, please. What we do actually, that maybe the next slide will come up. I just wanted to let you know what we do. We are strengthening and expanding NAR relationships with our partner associations. We find new associations and members. We are also a great catalyst for our partners in the region. So we are looking and finding synergies for intra-regional cooperation, inter-regional cooperation, and other things that we do. We facilitate collaborations between global ambassadors and US-based global business councils, just like you are. We promote our realtor brand and code of ethics, discuss about MLS and exclusive representations, because most of the markets we are active in do not practice that. They practice intermediary type of relationships with customers, and they don't have MLSs, they have portals. You will find out more about these 2 countries. We facilitate a lot of educational programs. We work with our partners at REBI, also with NAR for CIPS programs, with CCIM. We facilitate also business exchanges and networking. And that works very well because it's a matter of building trust with other professionals who are ethical in the same way as you might be. And we also assist with grant applications. We are working with Realme, which is a international grant real estate foundation. And they do provide grants based on application every year. We are very proud, for example, that we have Ghana, we had South Africa who obtained grants in the past year, Georgia, and other countries, some of them for educational purposes. But we are very proud of this program started in South Africa, which used the grant to start a leadership academy for underserved minorities, and not minorities, is the majority, as you probably know. South Africa had a very long and sad history of apartheid, and they have an underrepresented Black population as real estate professional, and they decided to change that and to use that grant to start the Leadership Academy for real estate business owners. And they will actually have the first class graduation next year, which is very special. And that was also done in part with this grant that I'm talking about. So there are a lot of purposes and a lot of things that we enable and we promote, abroad. And in Ukraine, as I mentioned. Next, please. Well, global is the new local. So what you can do, at the local level and how you can participate, in this global real estate exchange. Work with foreign buyers, investors. A lot of us do already, but most of the time we're waiting and they come to us in our markets, especially if we are located in a market like California or Florida or New York, New Jersey, coastal markets. You can refer your local clients who want to buy abroad. Maybe they want to buy a second home somewhere abroad, like in Turkey or Greece, for example, or they like to retire back home, or they are from those countries that they would like to return there and they don't have contacts anymore. You can partner with a local agent in a foreign market to cross-market and exchange inventory. You can partner with a developer in a foreign market as well and promote their developments. You can participate in a trade mission. That is great. It's very enriching, both professionally and culturally. And finally, you can get your CIPS designation. So I think those are great idea, and they are ways to bring the global into the local market and to take your local presence globally. Next, please. Since we are collaborating with you, and this was a great collaboration that we had meetings before and we talked about how we can do it. I think this is a great example of collaboration between the NAR Global Ambassadors Program and the Global Business Councils. You are a very active Global Business Council. I've been working with some of you for a few years, so you are really great. And I'd like you to also consider the global ambassadors as being experts in the countries that they represent, and they are valuable speakers and moderators. It's a very beneficial collaboration between us. We can educate local members about certain countries, real estate opportunities there. We can facilitate signing memorandum of understanding with other associations, whatever you have interest in, whatever countries you have interest. Maybe you have a certain community in a certain market from a certain country, and then it would be beneficial to strengthen relationship with that respective country. And we are a great source if you'd like to organize trade missions as well. We can put you in contact with our bilateral partners. And also you can sign up to be an ambassador association, which is a step further and a lot more relationship commitment and things that we can do together. And events could be organized together also as a local US-based association. You can assist and answer questions for our bilateral partners and be a resource as well. Next. This is actually our team. I just wanted to present our team. We will have minor changes, just one ambassador changing for next year. But we also regrouped the countries a little bit. Since this was an unfortunate grouping, Belarus, Latvia, Lithuania, Russia, and Ukraine, we actually, the next grouping is going to be Poland, Ukraine, Lithuania, and Latvia, and Belarus and Russia relationships are suspended for the moment, but this is how it is. The rest of the grouping is pretty much the same, and this is our global ambassador group in Europe and in Eastern Central Europe, Middle East, and Africa. I'd like to thank all of them for their service and for being not only great global ambassadors, but amazing professionists in their local markets. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, let me know.
Thank you, Alina. We very much appreciate you today and your conversation with us. We will now show a video on Greece, and we will start the presentation of Greece. Thank you.
Greece is a secret banquet, a feast of hidden delights. Every season something special, and no two places just alike. Greece in summer, the luxury of simplicity, delights the senses, unfolds at a human pace. True luxury can't be bought. The sea has its secrets, waiting to explore. So set your sails, this is your journey, this is your tale. The unknown is the spice of life. Under 100 kinds of blue, ancient cities and sailors, Poseidon's hidden kingdom. Greece in autumn, nature's endless bounty, fruits of the earth, harvest rituals shape the year. Work and love go hand in hand. Wine roots of Greece, small vintages, wonderful and rare. Action and adventure on mountain slopes, on forest paths, on wild rivers. Living in the moment, you thrill to be alive. We find ourselves in action, but in stillness too. Magic places and ancient practices heal, rejuvenate the body and the soul. Revelation fills the mind and spirit too, lifts you up in peace and joy. Greece in winter. Lift up your eyes unto the hills, discover the mountains' magic spell, silence of the peaks. 3,000 villages dot the land, climbing from earth to heaven. Milestones on our journey, a human creation, each one unique. At every turn, the age-old greeting. Welcome, friend. Greece, an ideal destination for meeting people and exchanging ideas. Greece in spring, paths of discovery and delight. Trace the heart of Greece, and on the way, a feast for the senses. Miles of memories, the journey is the joy. Pleasures of the table, local recipes, local secrets. Here the stories of the day unfold, and all the senses unite. The memory of a meal can last a lifetime. The feast brings us all together to dance and sing and celebrate. The joy of company, the miracle of life. This is our Greece. Come share it with us.
All right, Arana.
Hello, I'm Arana Greenberg with Compass Real Estate in Southern California. And it is my great pleasure. I'm sorry I'm at the office. It is my great pleasure to introduce Rosie Papagiannikis from Greece. I've had the pleasure of meeting her. She is the founder of FIAPSI in Orlando, Florida. She has an 18-year-old son and has been happily married, and she's stressed happily for 42 years. She has over 17 different real estate designations. She was Realtor of the Year in 2021. and she is a NAR Global Ambassador for Bulgaria, Syria, and Greece. She's a member of the Leadership Academy of the Florida Board of Realtors, and she speaks 3 languages, French, German, and Italian. Rosie?
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be with all of you. And of course, it's my hometown, my birthplace. Hello? Okay. As you all know, I was born in Greece, and it's my pleasure and honor to represent the Greek real estate professionals in that higher level. Number one, I thank Alina. I thank the president of NAR. They make the great treasure to help to have me being the global ambassador, and I do my best to perform anything you will need me to do, with my guidelines, of course. Next, please. As you all know, the global ambassador has been appointed by the president of NAR, and you have to apply. You have to be CIPS. Of course, Alina covered all these. I don't want to overstep her presentation because she did an excellent presentation. So, and you have to understand the culture of the country a little bit, the best of your abilities, so you can communicate with the members of that particular country. Next, please. The global ambassador relationship is with the countries to assist them in any way that we can help them to achieve the goals as we have in here. Some of them, they may not have the MLS. We help them to establish MLS, giving them the tools to work with, or the part of the ethics. They may not have and understand the ethics to help them to understand all these. And this way we can have excellent relationship with our international professionals in the same field. Thank you. Next. The global ambassador is only based in the international sister city programs, and they are appointed, but of course we said that before, with the National Association of Realtors president, and would give us the opportunity to work the global business network and get involved in the international real estate activities at the local or a state level, which I'm involved. Thank you. Next. This is the map of Greece. The map of Greece are beautiful beaches, but also you got to see the map and understand is over 6,000 islands around them, but it's also bordered with Albania, North Macedonia, Bulgaria, and of course, Turkey. Okay, next, please. This is the Greek flag. A lot of people may not know what is the blue and white represents. Next, please. This is the meaning of the Greek flag. That has the blue is because the ocean and the skies, which that represents freedom or death. The cross is the religion aspect of that. It's a symbol of the Greek Orthodox Church, and that's the symbol of the flag. Peace and honest and white color of the Greek wave crest. Next, please. The Greek people have one word, and it's not very easy to translate in any language in the world, which is philotimo, that encompasses everything from friendship, honor, complex, many ways. That is the word. If you use the word philotimo, it covers everything. Then it's on this particular slide. And a lot of the Greek people do have this living within Greece or outside Greece. That word is honoring it very well. Next, please. The Western civilization started in Greece in many ways. And if you see, we said before, the border with Turkey and Albania and Macedonia, but there was with the mythology, the Olympics, the many, it's not the Mount Athos, it's so many landmarks, then I can go on for a few hours to explain to all of you what it has to offer, and it's worthwhile to visit if you're able to do, and it's 8,498 miles long, the coastal line. Thank you. Next, please. The culture of Greece was involved in thousands of years and wisely considered to be the modern Western civilization culture, because the political, everyone goes to vote. They do have to understand voting started originally in Greece. And they did not have the modern way we voting today. They use rocks, black rock, white rock. Whoever has the majority, he or she was the winner at that time. But if you look back then, women, when we were not entitled to use or vote, there was only male. Okay, so that's what the astronomy, the mythologists, is so many things that I can go on, as I say, for days. The Greek estimated many standards, but then identify the beauty and creative value. Next, please. What is Greek culture known now? Ancient Greek culture is not the government art, it is the government art, agriculture, philosophy, and sports, all which became foundation for modern Western society. It was admitted and adopted by others, including Alexander the Greatest, the Roman, who helped speak Greek culture around the world. Next, please. This is the Olympic signs. A lot of people know, but the birth country of the Olympics is Greece, and this is the Greek rings, what they represent. Next, please. And this is the Olympic torture in Olympia, Greece. That's when each year, each time the Olympics starting, that's what they go and get the flame, and they carry it around the world and going to the country. Maybe will be hosting, the one will be hosting the Olympics. Thank you. Next. And of course, we all would love to go to the Acropolis. And this is Acropolis, Greece in Athens. It's so beautiful. You go up there and you see the city and you see how these people have built this particular monument in that time of the years ago before BC, but they're still standing and it's beautiful. They have modified in today's days because in the past they have people possibly with disabilities unable to go and enjoy the beauty. I just visited this summer. They install elevators for people with the wheelchairs, people with women with children. They can go up there. Next, please. And water in Greece. Greece has a lot of waters, and it's the Aegean Sea, and have the Turkey, the parallel with Turkey, and it's between Turkey and Greece, and it's the Aegean Sea. Then they have the Sea of Crete, which is the island of Crete, that is 10,000 feet deep, is beautiful. Next, please. Then they have the Thracian Sea, which is a different part of the Aegean Sea. It's between Turkey and Greece. I got this. And then the Ionian Sea, which is in the area, then is Polos, Kyrkia, Tarindo, and Catania. Next, please. And this is Hate, one of the 7 wonders in the world. This is the map of Greece, of course, and showing all the Aegean waters. But go to the next slide, please. And this is one of the 7 wonders in the world, the Colossus. There was a large statue standing in Greece, in the island of Rhodos, which there was taller than the Statue of Liberty in New York. Unfortunately, it was only for 584 years standing, then collapsed. At this present time, they do plan to rebuild and hoping we'll have that built, and there will be an awesome adventure to have around the world to visit. Next, please. And this is when you see the 2 columns on the upper left picture with the deer on top, that's how long the legs of the Colossus used to be so the ships can pass through. Of course, they also have the Castle of the Knights. This is part of the castle in what you see there. Okay. And this is, you see a little bit closer to the castle and its close area. Next, please. And then next. And this is the Knights. UCF here in Orlando, Florida, they have the Knights at the university, but this is the original Knights that were in the castle living there. Okay, next, please. And this is the map of Kos. Kos is this island here, which the first doctor and got the medical oath. Everyone is today became a doctor. They are trying to, they have to use that oath. And this is the island of Kos. Goes to the next, please. And this is the statue of Hippocrates statue. Next, please. This is the tree when he was studying originally medicine at that time, and the tree still standing. And as you see, they're protecting it with a lot of barriers so no one goes and damage the tree, because it's a very monument for around the world to go and visit. Next, please. And this is what I said, the teaching that people had to need the medical. Next, please. And Greek people do like to party. They like to drink ouzo. They like to have fun with the friends. A little retsina, and of course, a nice meal. The next, please. And this is how they're having just few friends over. They love to have outdoors eating with the family and friends. Good appetite. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rosie. Now we have Alexandra, who you will introduce.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me, and many thanks to our global ambassador and global coordinator, Rosie and Alina, for doing such a great job for our countries in their regions as well. So I will start sharing my screen. I hope it will go well. Hold a second, you just let me know if you can see it. Can you see it? Hello?
Yes,
Yes, we can.
Yes.
You can see it? You can?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'll then start my presentation. All right, just give me a second, please, because I have to go to share the old screen. Okay, perfect. So, Greece, a place to dream about. Greece is located in the southeastern part of Europe, at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and North Africa, with coastline that Rosie already mentioned. It is the longest one in the Mediterranean basin, and the 11th longest one in the world. Greek peninsular mainland, with approximately 6,000 islands and islets bordered with Aegean, Ionian, and this Mediterranean Sea. It has is it a full screen? I'm sorry, because I cannot see it. Or you can see, no, it's not. Just give me a second, Dan. Sorry, because I'm trying to make a full screen here. Hold a second. Okay, is it now? It's better, right? Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now it's the full screen, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, because there was. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I'm in this office, so there's not a good connection here. I mentioned earlier. So okay. So like its history, the Greek countryside is very dramatic. 80% are mountains, with Mount Olympus, the highest one, and also known as home of the ancient gods. The classical history and culture has influenced and inspired the whole Western civilization since the 8th century BC. Greece is the birthplace of philosophy, democracy, architecture, art, theater, algebra, and medicine. 18 monuments, Greek monuments, are in UNESCO's World Heritage List. Greece has primarily Mediterranean climate with hot, dry summers, mild winters, and 100 days of sunshine annually. So, changing gears to the business side of things, let's see why Greece presents unique investment opportunity. There are plenty of incentives for investors. Privatization are the most of importance for the Greek economy. Commercial investments offer an attractive ROI. Tourism, one of the largest contributors to the Greek economy. Private properties that allows, such as, for example, family houses, apartments, luxury villas, that allows investors to apply for a residence visa or golden visa, as we say. According to the most recent Bank of Greece data, then net FDI inflows increased by 34.4% in 2021 year-on-year, and presenting a new record since 2002. The top foreign investors, together with our neighbors, are countries that are from the G10, investors from G10 countries. And more specifically, in this slide, we can see actually the real estate inflow represents 29% of service FDI. According to the Bank of Greece classification, this category refers actually only to the real estate management and does not include the private sale of real estate, which is which actually amounted to the significant sum of 3.7 billion during the same period, 2011, 2021. So you can even imagine how it's important. So foreign investment in Greece focuses on the large strategic scale investments like ports, marinas, airports, railways, tourism, of course, and then we have commercial and private investments. So let's just mention a few of very important ones like strategic investment. The first, Piraeus Port, the second largest in Mediterranean basin, and also is acquired by 67% from COSCO. Then German Fraport won the lease for Athens International Airport, the Eleftherios Venizelos, together with 14 regional airports. At this point, we have 15 international airports. Greek Railway is also acquired by Italian rail operator. Two American giants, Microsoft and Google. Microsoft are investing 1.2 billion euros in Greece, and Google just announced that they were investing nearly 2.2 billion to set up its first cloud in Greece. As realtor, moving now to the largest real estate deal in the country. So the old Athens airport, with a total area of 602 hectares, will be developed by Lambda Development, and it's sold to Greek tycoon Latsis Group. As you can see, this developer includes hotels, offices, marinas, metro park. It will be the largest of its kind as well in Europe, and also casinos. So, and here just to mention that at this point in Athens Tower and the luxury villas, all of them are either booked, sold, or reserved, with the prices starting from 2,000 up to 2,500 euros per square feet. Very, very expensive. And also they just announced the apartments, they will start actually selling the apartments with the prices starting very, of course, they will be much cheaper, with starting with 500 to 600 per square feet, although we have a square meters just to make it easier for the market here. So by mentioning casino here, you can see here that this is the third American giant, Mohegan. They just revealed its design and also announced that this casino will be the first Europe's integrated casino resort that will include gaming, hotels, convention facilities, entertainment shows, luxury retail stores, fine dining, and theme parks as well. Astir Palace, moving slowly to the tourism. It's the jewel of the Athens Riviera and was the choice resort of world celebrities since 1960, and still remain very attractive to most of the either, I would say, celebrities or even royal family members. So after mentioning the Astir Palace, let's move to the tourism sector. Tourism is an export champion for Greece and a pillar of the economy. In 2019, Greece broke its all-time record in tourist arrivals for the 5th year in a row. 34 million tourists actually arrived. We have 34 million tourists visited Greece, and when the population is just a bit less than 10.5 million. Also this year, we are expecting a new record, almost 36 million visitors. In 2021, FDI inflow in hotels, restaurants, and real estate sectors in Greece reached 2 billion. This represents 42% of net foreign direct investment. So why to invest in tourism? The answer is very simple. According to 2021 World Economic Forum Travel and Tourism Development Index, Greece is on the 9th place globally in tourist service infrastructure among 117 countries. There are many sectors that attract tourists, and here you can see just a few of them. For example, thematic tourism. A well-known theme is a wedding on Greek islands or on the Acropolis. Then nautical tourism, a large amount of cruise liners. Then city break tourism focuses on the two main cities, Athens and Thessaloniki. Culture and religious tourism, agriculture tourism becoming actually very popular lately. Then medical tourism, which is actually also a great growth, presents a great exciting growth opportunity, since the Greeks has a very in Greece we have very skilled medical personnel, and also a lot of people are visiting Greece to do either for dental, cardiovascular, or even plastic surgery. Meetings and incentives tourism is positioning Greece as a major meeting and conference center for regional associations and companies. And finally, integrated resorts and holiday housing is very important, since investors.
Alexandra?
Yes?
Hi, this is Arana. It's very difficult to hear you. Can we wrap this up a little bit?
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that.
No problem.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Can you hear me better now? My apologies. Can you hear?
It's better.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we're
Sorry.
kind of out of time.
I'm sorry.
We're running out of time.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to speed up a bit. Okay. So, and then as I said, integrated research, because they're also very important for the residential permit. So it's not only about the strategic investment. So it's also, we have investors looking to obtain golden visa, to retire in Greece, and in a way, and of course, afterwards to obtain citizenship. So let's see who are the main buyers in Greece. The first is the group that wants to apply for golden visa, and the second group is investors looking for a good ROI or for private use to retire, and if possible later on also get a citizenship. So let's just then focus on golden visa. Non-EU citizens who have made an investment of 3 options of the Greek golden visa program can apply for a residence permit through a proxy without the obligation to previously visit Greece. So that we can see here the 3 ways: by purchasing a property, and also it's for the investor and his family members, spouses and children up to 21 years old. And if the children are above, then they have to buy a 2 property, which is 500 or 750, depends how many kids are above 25, and then we can have either each one or one, and it will be a joint ownership. The link is below, and we're more than happy to provide all the links. Residence permit for by investing in security or a bank deposit from 400,000 to 800,000 euros. And the third one, issue and renewal of residence permit for investment activity for the purpose of making an assessment actually that we have a positive impact on national development and economy. So a citizenship after 7 years in permanent residency status and living in Greece for at least 183 days. A main applicant and his family members can apply for citizenship, and basic knowledge of language and history is required. Retirement program, this is a quite new program that is implemented by the new our current government a few years ago, and it says that you will have a guaranteed 70% flat pension income tax, for the first 10 years of their location. In order to be able to apply, you have to be tax resident of a country other than Greece over 5 out of the last 6 years. Tax domicile must be shifted from a country that Greece has a valid agreement, and there is one with, between our two countries. Also have to prove that you're a recipient of pensions from abroad or to stay in Greece for 183 days. All these factors have led to what we call a seller's market. For the past 5 years, the inventory is pretty much low. And according to the Bank of Greece, even in 2020 during the pandemic, or regardless of the pandemic, the price increased to 4.5%. Last year, the prices increased by 7.5%. And based on the latest statistic nationwide, the prices increased in the second quarter this year for 9.4%, respectively Athens from 10.9% and Thessaloniki 10.4%, other big cities 8.9%, and the rest of Greece 6.3%. Also, we saw a significant increase in construction activity, 54.1% in Greece, and especially in Attica, the volume was increased tremendously since we have these luxury buildings. So why is that? Greece has significant return on both commercial and residential real estate. In some areas, the ROI can reach even 66.6%. And such a high ROI has attracted the interest of foreign investors. Same happened with commercial properties, prices also increase. And at this point, the logistic warehouses are in high demand and inventory is very, very, very low. I mentioned it earlier, there are some people that they want to retire. I'm sorry. They all, yeah, go on.
We're going to have to wrap this up, sweetie.
Okay. All right, sorry, I'm sorry. I was trying to keep my time. Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful presentation, and we want everyone to know that the recording with information will be mailed out afterwards for those of you who want it. And that's important to us, that you get all the information you need about Greece.
Okay, so I will provide you all the details so you can contact our association, and also find out, we can provide all the details regarding the buying process, taxes, whatever, and also all these links when purchasing a property in Greece and wanting to obtain a residential permit and using one of 3 options, right?
Yes, thank you so much. Wonderful.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Alina and Rosie and Alexandra, for your wonderful presentations. We really, really appreciated it. And now we're going to move on to the next fun thing, which is a $50 gift card raffle. And so what we're going to ask you to do is put your answers in the chat. The 5th correct answer will win a $50 gift card. And the question from the speakers that we're going to choose is, how many tourists have visited Greece in 2019? So if you put your answers in the chat, we'll pick the 5th a lot. Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff can't win.
They can send me personal text message so I can send it. I can reply.
No participant or member of the committee can win, so don't.
No. I'm saying I can, whoever wants, they can contact me so I can send an answer to them. They can answer.
This is a test of how closely you've listened, you guys. Yes, I'll have your answer, Jeff, too. 2019.
The year 2019.
The year 2019, yes.
And we will continue while that is being decided by Arana and Fong.
Do we have anybody yet, Fong?
Fong, is it? Who is the winner, Fong? Or are you still analyzing this?
It's going to be Slavica Pesic. I'll reach out to you after the form.
Okay.
Congratulations. That's a $50 gift card for you.
Next, we will see the video from Turkey. Thank you.
Turkey is a country full of culture, history, and beauty. Here are 5 places to visit on your next trip. Istanbul. The famous city is home to amazing architecture, rich history, and diversity. It's uniquely located on 2 continents, Europe and Asia, making it the center for trade of goods and culture. It is where East meets West. Cappadocia, a picturesque region where the skies are filled with hot air balloons and the grounds are made for hiking, horseback riding, and exploration. The Aegean Sea, the 10th largest sea globally and one of the most popular tourist attractions for its crystal clear waters. It is also known for Lycian Way hike and the Ephesus Museum. Black Sea region, a beautiful mountainous region where Turkey's famous tea is produced and the Samela Monastery can be seen in the sky. The region is home to many historic bridges, churches, and lakes. Pumukkale Cotton Castle, a natural occurring spa city consisting of pure blue basins with calcium-rich water. This unique city is a perfect place for relaxation. Turkey is an interesting and beautiful country. Let's take a closer look right now.
Okay, Rana, you're up. Rana, there you are.
Yes, here. Rana Mohiuddin, I'm a member of Global Business Alliance Committee from Orange County Association Realtor in California. Today, I'm really excited to introduce Ali Reza Memar. Ali was born in a family of builders. He started his first construction project at 21 years old. He had experience in residential, commercial, industrial construction and real estate for over 45 years in 4 different countries. Ali is a member of Greater Bergen Board of Realtors, the New Jersey MLS, chair of the Equal Opportunity Cultural Diversity Committee, and was involved in launching GBR Global Business Council. Ali supported initiatives that have broader specialized classes, workshop to GBR, aligning them with the highest level of knowledge related to fair house and equal opportunity business practice. With many years of experience, he has mentored many realtors through the course of his career. In 2014, Ali received Annual Realtors of the Year for his commitment, dedication, contributions, and charitable time to help his peers and community. Ali has many certifications, including CIPS, ESW, CRS, and MPR. Among others, today, he is an NAR Global Ambassador of Turkey, UAE, and Lebanon. We are very excited to welcome Ali Reza.
Hello, everyone. Actually, joining you from New York City Marriott Marquis in the Global 14th Annual New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Global Summit. I'm going to talk about my experience to Turkey. First time I traveled to Turkey was about 45 years ago. Anybody who was alive that time, Süleyman Demirel was the president of Turkey. Turkey became a republic in 1923 after a couple of 100 years of Ottoman Empire ruling the country. Since then, there were many ups and downs, good amount of military coups to get to Turkey, to today's Turkey, which, as video said, is a roadway from Asia to Europe. Actually, the new Istanbul airport is the busiest airport in the world today. We started our partnership with Turkey about 11, 12 years ago. We had our first bilateral partner, which called Temfed. And last year, we signed our second bilateral partner, which is TUGIM. And we actually have a third partnership, of which they're not a bilateral partner, was an educational company who does our education, NAR education for our bilateral partners. I do educational courses such as CRS, and anything else is available for our international members. Today, I'd like to, instead of me talking about myself, to interview a person which is a broker owner in Turkey, and he is in the board of director of our bilateral partner, TUGIM. His name is Zuhtu Esiyuk. Zuhtu was born in 1971. He was born and raised in Turkey. After graduating from university, he had various positions at Pearson, the world's largest educational publisher. He worked around the world, in Turkey, in UAE, in UK. In May of 2005, he joined IMM Group companies as a managing partner. He still continues to work with various marketing and sales projects with multinational companies. In 2015, he bought a Remax franchise in Istanbul, and since then, he's a Remax owner. And I would like to ask him some questions. Zuhtu, would you introduce yourself before?
Sure. Good evening, everyone. It's 9:10 p.m. over here. I hope you guys are all having a great time. My name is Zuhtu, but you guys can all call me Zü, which is a lot easier. And that's what all my friends call me. Normally, I live in Istanbul, but as TUGEM, which is a real estate association over here, we do trainings for our members in different parts of the country. And all by chance, I'm actually in my hometown right now in Bursa, because I had a training today. I was talking about technology and real estate. And naturally, I'm at my parents' house. And being Turkish means being super spoiled by your parents, even if you are 52. So I've had 5 days of food in my belly so far. But I'm good to go. You can ask me any questions you want.
Since your stomach is happy, so see a big smile on your face. I wish I was there with you, because I know how your parents cook the food. All right, my first question. The most important thing for international investors are the property rights. What are the property rights in Turkey? As an international investor, if I purchase a property there, what are my rights?
If you buy, we're a little bit different from UAE and even the UK. If you buy property in Turkey, you have all the rights of a Turkish citizen that owns a property. That means you can buy and sell your property anytime you want to. You can rent your property anytime you want to. And God forbid, if you pass away, people that you want will inherit your property. So everything belongs to you. You got the full rights or the full licensing for your own property.
As a foreigner, you can buy property even if you don't have immigration status in Turkey?
You don't have to know. You can buy property up to any amount that you want to. There are certain restricted areas where foreigners cannot buy property, but apart from that, you can buy property wherever you want.
Okay, excellent. Now going back to real estate practice, are there licensing required in the entire country or certain regions?
Up until 2018, it was like Wild West. There was nothing, no licensing, no certification. You could wake up one morning, get your cards printed, and become a real estate agent or even you can buy a real estate company easily. But right now, as of 2018, there is certain criteria that you have to follow before you can start practicing. One of them is, first of all, you need to go through a 120-hour online training course developed by the government, and then you need to pass the test, and then there will be another certification. This is all over the country, by the way. You have to go through a written and an oral test, by the way. So it's practice and theory together. The written part is a multiple choice question of 60 questions. And then the oral part is where you act like you're a broker, and then the examiner acts like he is either a new rookie, a real estate agent, or an investor, or a client that's come to your office and asking you about options for buying stuff. So you need to go through all these processes. Once you are done, you have to apply with the Turkish Ministry of Trade and Commerce. Once they approve all your certification, you can start your practice.
And do you have to practice? Do you have to work for a broker, or you can have your own office?
If you want to be a real estate broker, and if you are a university graduate, first you need to work for 6 months with a brokerage. That's going to be like a management trainee. If you are a high school graduate, not a university graduate, then it's going to be 12 months rather than 6 months.
Excellent. How are the titles? Who guarantees the title? Is the title company like United States, or the government guarantee?
Everything is guaranteed by the state, by the government. There are no private, there is no private organization here that deals with titles. Everything is guaranteed by the government.
Excellent. And what are the best areas today for foreign investors to buy properties in Turkey, as far as investment?
This is a very interesting question, but a very good question. Now, people from different parts of the world buy property from different parts of Turkey. If people mostly from Northern Europe, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, and if you come to Central Europe like Germany, they prefer buying property around Antalya, the southern region, which is right by the Mediterranean Sea. And it's almost around 18, 20, 22 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I'm sorry, I don't really know the conversion to Fahrenheit. But it's really warm, no snow at all. There are no cold days, maybe a little bit of rain, but it's like spring and summer most of the time. So people prefer that. Now we have a huge Russian client base, by the way. They've been coming to Turkey since the war started, and they've been buying property predominantly in Istanbul and Antalya, again, the southern part, but Istanbul is the major place right now. And apart from that, almost everybody buys from Istanbul, because property values in Istanbul is skyrocketing every year. And I mean, as a real estate professional, it's becoming more and more difficult to do valuations at the moment. You can buy something and then you can sell it with a 10 or 15% premium in the next 2-3 months easily.
Okay. And I know last year the government changed the purchase price of for the foreigners to buy a property from $250,000 to $400,000 in order to receive a citizenship, Turkish citizenship. You want to talk about that for a little?
Sure. Like I know that Greece, Spain, Portugal, they all do residency programs where they offer Schengen visas or residency permits for people buying property. We do not offer residency for 400,000. We offer a Turkish passport, a citizenship. Now you may ask why you would want a Turkish passport, which is a very valid question, because being Turkish, a Turkish citizen, we always complain about the strength of our passport, how we need to get visas wherever we want to go. And the visa application process is very long. It involves a lot of documentation. Sometimes it takes 4 to 6 weeks. But there are other countries who have a weaker passport system as well. So what they do is they come and buy property here for 400,000 plus US dollars. And then once they do their application, they are going to receive a Turkish passport in less than 4 months. So in less than 4 months, you'll be a Turkish citizen. And as a Turkish citizen, you can apply to any country you want. If you want to get a Schengen visa, if you want to get a US visa, you'll be able to use your Turkish passport. This was 250,000 since 2018. At first, it was 1 million US dollars. It was brought down to 250,000 US dollars. It went on like that for about 3 years. Now it's 400,000 US dollars, and you can get a Turkish passport in less than 4 months.
Excellent. Now I want to talk about the economy a little bit. I remember the first time I traveled to Turkey, one loaf of bread, which you call it ekmek, was one Turkish lira. 20 years later, the same loaf of bread was 1 million Turkish lira. That means in 20 years, Turkish lira lost 1 million of, is a power. And then they removed the zeros and became about 1 million lira, 1 lira again. And now I assume it's about 7, 8 lira for a loaf of bread. And Turkish lira lost the value in past a year drastically. I mean, today, I think they lost against the dollar 1/3 of the value. And I looked at it this morning, it was about 28, 29 lira per dollar, which makes it a great opportunity for people from the United States and European base who's using euro to buy property in Turkey. Do we agree with me, or you want to talk about the inflation and economy?
Well, you know the Big Mac index that usually the finance people use? Let me use the iPhone index for you guys. In the US, if you want to buy an iPhone 14 Pro Max, 256 gigabits, without a contract, you are supposed to pay $1,199 US dollars.
Right.
In Turkey, we pay $2,800 for the same phone. Now, Turkish economy has been unfortunately going down since 2019. There are certain financial theories. If you have a high inflation, usually what you do, what your federal bank is doing is they increase interest rates. So people will invest more in banks, and then the inflation rate will come down. In Turkey, the inflation rate, annual inflation rate, this is the official figure, by the way, is around 85%. And instead of increasing interest rates, the Turkish Federal Reserve is decreasing them. So today, when we started, the interest rate was 12.5%, and they decided to bring it down to 10.5% this afternoon, and Turkish lira lost 3.3% value against US dollar. So we are bleeding out money, unfortunately. So what does this mean? This means you have cash. You don't want to keep it in Turkish liras because there is no way you can get any interest out of a Turkish bank. You don't want to invest in US dollars because the government is trying to suppress the US dollar going up. There's only one place where you can invest in: real estate. everybody is buying real estate like crazy. And of course, when there is such a big demand and when there isn't enough supply, real estate prices are going up. And they're going up against the US dollar, going up against Turkish lira, going up against euro. If you have hot cash right now, there's only one place that you can go, real estate. And this is what people are doing. And then you have the foreign investors coming in because they want to make use of this pricing at the moment. Now that US dollar is like for 400,000 US dollar, you can buy a pretty nice apartment in Istanbul, Turkey. You can rent it out, you can Airbnb it, and you can make decent amount of money very quickly. And then if you want to sell it, probably in 2 years' time, you'll be able to sell it for $550 easily. And then you'll be making even more money when you leave the country. So this is kind of a strange position at the moment. And what Turkish people are doing, by the way, because this could be an opportunity for some of our global members over here, Turkish people are buying property from Portugal. Because Portugal offers one of the best investment programs through real estate. You can get a Schengen visa. You don't have to stay in the country. You only need to stay for a week every year. You don't have to live there. You get all the rights of a Portuguese citizen except for voting. So, and it's only 350,000 euros. And there is a rental back guarantee as well. So Turkish people are moving out to Europe, buying property in Europe. Spain is difficult because Spain, you need to live 183 days a year. At the moment, Portugal is the best place for us. And Middle East coming to Turkey, Russia coming to Turkey and buying property over here in Turkey. So we have a two-way of trading at the moment.
Okay. You said that you make a decent amount of money renting the place. What is a decent amount, percentage-wise?
Depending on the projects that you buy, because some of the projects are offering rent-back guarantees, and you can easily pay your own flat over 12, 14 years with the rent that you get. So that's around 10-12% of return to you. Yeah.
Which is great. The reason I ask you, because right now there is a competition between Istanbul and Dubai as far as the foreign investment goes. But the difference is in Dubai, the money is very stable. It hasn't moved against the dollar for years.
True.
Money is stable. The income is good. Right now, the developers actually offer 8 to 12% a net income, doing a rental. But the value, the capital gain is minimal. I mean, you can own a property in Dubai for 5 years. You probably get your money that you pay 5 years later. But in Istanbul, I don't know the rest of the Turkey. I know in Izmir as well. You not only receiving rent and a good amount of a rent, you get a capital gain, you get a value added to your property as well. But the negative side of it is the value of Turkish lira is going down. But in order to compare the two, the investor had to do their own basically study to see where it works for them. Both countries, both cities, there's great access from around the world. Istanbul be the busiest airport. Probably Dubai airport is the second busiest in the world right now, and a lot of money going to the area.
I lived in Dubai between 2002 and 2005. And I think 2004 and 5 was when the construction craziness was starting. And I know it picked up super quickly, and a UAE dirham was fixed to $1 US was 3.7 dirhams or something like that. And I think it's still the same. Over here, we don't have the land to build anymore. Istanbul is a city of 20 million people. The whole country itself is 80 million. Right. 1/4 of it is living in a small town. It's 20 million people living here. Yes, life is crazy, traffic is crazy. Yes, you got history. Yes, you have the sea. Yes, you are built on 2 different continents. This is all true. And everything is affecting the real estate prices. Everybody wants to live in Istanbul. Everybody wants to buy a place in Istanbul. Everybody wants to rent in Istanbul. So if your investors are interested in investing somewhere overseas, think of Istanbul. Istanbul is a city of opportunities right now, especially for real estate professionals.
Yeah, I was in Istanbul 3 times this year. One time along with Alina, we had a great time. And, you know, but the traffic is crazy. Anything else you want to say? I think we're out of time. Are we, Rana? Okay. Anything else you want to add that you think will be valuable for?
I have my contact details on the chat section. If you guys are interested in getting more answers, please feel free to ask questions. You can WhatsApp me, you can email me. I got my phone number there, I got my email there. And it's a great pleasure meeting you all. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about Turkey and the Turkish real estate market.
I want to thank both of you for this manner of speaking today, which was very interesting to have an interview. I didn't know how this would work, but I like it very much because it was very informative, very interesting to hear the exact answers right in front of us. So it was very, very nice to hear this in this manner. So thank you for introducing us to the interview on our Zoom. So I think it's great. And now I will allow Rana to come forward to introduce our next speaker. Rana?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you.
I'm here. I just wanted to see my picture. Hello, can anybody see me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we are excited to be joined by Mr. Gökhan Bey. Gökhan is currently, hello Gökhan, are you here?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So Gökhan is currently Deputy General Manager of Sales and Business Development of Cube Dots. After graduating from university in London and New York, Gökhan worked in various industries around the world, from finance and auditing to consulting. Gökhan has settled in real estate and development. And it's your turn.
Yeah. Hello everyone. I would like to start my presentation. I'm Gökhan Bey. Cube Dots, basically Cube Dots is a prop tech company. I will just share my screen and start my presentation now. Sorry. Yeah. So who are we? Cube Dots is a prop tech company. We are based in UK, but our operations are in Turkey. Basically, we are a sales and marketing and management company. Our aim is to build a bridge between our partners and top developers. We are a service company and a sales and marketing company. We are doing different kind of operations in different countries. In Turkey, our operations is basically it's a sales operations. We are working with the off-plan project with the top developers in Turkey, doing their 3D virtual tours on our in-house production, and open these networking to the agency all around the world. So basically, we are mostly 95% working with the foreigners all around the world through agencies. We are a B2B company. The Cube Dots is as you can see, we have our own thing. So we are basically bringing to developers with the agents and the agents to the developers. So we are a B2B to B2C company. Our aim as a company is to do the sales operations more efficiently than whatever is going in the market at the moment, because now we believe that the technology, with the technology, we can offer much more to our developers and also our clients and agents. Basically, you can sit anywhere in the world, and with the Zoom call, you can contact with your 3D platform and sell all around the world and take the virtual tours. So by virtual tours, I just want to share you, hold on. Sorry. Yes. So basically what you can do is with our 3D platform, you can go into there, have a tour of the city. You can look around the amenities all around the place, Istanbul. You can look at the airports, take the city tour. Even though if you're not very familiar with the country or Istanbul, we through our platform, you can more or less explain everything about Istanbul, their touristic places, their transportation system, whatever you need. And not just that, also you can see the amenities of the projects. Just look around, show the client exactly what they're buying and where they're going into. And also go and walk inside the apartments with our technology. So basically, our platform works with the live stock and the live prices. So whatever you see, it's going to be the whole information is always live and current. So you said you don't need to memorize or take notes or know the whole project. I just want to show you one of our projects, which is in Nişantaşı, in the heart of Istanbul. This is an off-plan project at this point, still under construction. But with my platform, you can look around, walk inside the apartment, walk inside the rooms. Basically, you're capable of a lot of things. So that's what we offer. And when I go back to the presentation, I want to talk to you a little bit about Istanbul because, well, Istanbul is like a New York when you compare to the States. Even though the capital is Washington, you know, New York is the heart there. Istanbul have the same thing. Turkey is the bridge between Asia and everybody. You just went through that, so I'm just gonna quickly go through these slides. And I will go a little bit more into the Istanbul. So there are some fun facts about the Istanbul. Istanbul is about, 8,500 years old city. Capital of two glorious empires. Since our Greek friends are here, they will recognize some of them. So basically, Istanbul used to be the Roman Empire, which is East Roman, then turned into Byzantine, and then Ottoman Empire took over. It used to be Constantinople, now it's in Istanbul. Most people know the Constantinople also. Connecting two continents, Europe and Asia. One of the world's main air traffic hubs with 3 international airports. 5th most visited city in the world. One of the world's leading Congress destination. It's very popular for the Congress, actually. In Istanbul, there are more than 75 museums and a lot of shopping places. So basically, one of the most popular places for Istanbul is Hagia Sophia, which is coming from the Byzantine time. It used to be a church, now it's a mosque. There's Maiden Tower, Basilica Sun, Topkapı Place, and Grand Bazaar. I just want to quickly play this video about Istanbul.
Bayer, is there sound?
After this, I will little bit talk about economics. Even our friends talked about our economics, but whoever knows a little bit about it now, they know that the hyperinflation is in Turkey at the moment is about 80%, 85% in Turkey now. And you know, the monthly current account deficit is really low at this point. And our currency is against US dollar is, you know, like the last year it was 8.3, now it's 18.2, now today is 18.5 actually. Those are seems like a bad news, but like Shukri explained, in Turkey, that Turkey is a very young country compared to the, you know, like most of the European companies, actually, countries. The population is around 83 million at the moment, but Turkey is constantly growing country. As you can see from the real GDP growth versus developed economies, Turkey is one of the leading countries at this point. Even though the economical situation in Turkey is a little bit hard, especially with the pandemic, obviously, which happened all around the world. But Turkey is still, you know, like growing stable, you know, in a stable way. The government projection was to this year, 2022, is 2.7, and next year projection is 3, you know, like 3%. So as Shukri explained over here, that at this point, everybody in Turkey is not in Turkey, but also out of Turkish people are constantly investing in real estate. Real estate is like, especially 1.5 years, has become the major investment tool in Turkey, because even though there's a hyperinflation in the government, even though there's the currency is increasing rapidly, but the construction prices are, you know, increasing more than the currency inflation, almost double the dollar, you know, increase. So that's why people see that the real estate investment is one of the safest bet at this point. And when it comes to the foreign buyers in Turkey, like Shukri said, but I want to add one point to his interview, that even though the most of the people are buying from Turkey are the vehicle passport, yeah, I can agree that there's a citizenship situation. Most of the people are doing that, one of the reasons. But also the people who are buying from Turkey is to get a residency, citizenship in Turkey, to go to United States, because there is a special agreement between US government and the Turkey government, that if you get a Turkish citizenship and if you want to go to United States, the process is much faster. For instance, I can give you that, my friend is also here, Spencer, we had this discussion before. Once you get a Turkish citizenship and apply to United States, the Turkish citizenship process is around 4 months. Then from that, applying to the United States takes around 6 months-ish or 1 year. So maximum 1.5 years, you can go to United States. Now with the Chinese, especially, the reason why they're investing in Turkey is to go to United States, and Turkey is the fastest route at this point. So that is one of the thing that I think, yes, the Turkey offers at this point. I just want to show you a little bit about our projects. This is our actually affordable project. It's about 2,000 square meters. So it's 60% of it, it's the green areas. So I'm just going to quickly go by them. The Skyland is the third highest building in Europe at this point. It includes a lot of amenities and, you know, like shopping malls around, etc. The prices around is 9,000 square meters at this point. It's a very central located place also. Tema Istanbul 2 is about 1,400 acres of development. There is 2,200 units available in this project at this point. The square meter is around $5,000. And Nişantaşı Koru, which I showed you before, is the central location in Istanbul. The price square meter is about $1,200, $500, and it is one of the luxurious projects in Istanbul at this point. So if you have any question about Turkey Cubedose or our 3D services, you can always contact us. I will share my presentation with Rana. Thank you for listening. Hello?
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's everyone. Hello.
Hello?
Bob?
Yes, I did not turn on, I thought I had. I apologize. Bayer, thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you
Thank
for
you very
allowing
much.
me to use your last name, which is easier for me to pronounce.
Pleasure.
I believe that I am off my own timeline, and I missed 2 opportunities, or at least 1 opportunity for a drawing. So Rana and Arana, please get together. We have an opportunity drawing for 2 $25 gift cards. So please join us here and get going with those 2 questions. Whoever's next.
You want to take it away, Rana, or do you want me to go?
Yes. Yes, I will ask the question. What is the purchase price of a real estate in order to receive a Turkish citizenship?
Rana, will that be the first person answering that question?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fong, I think you've got that. Now, Arana, what is your question?
So my question is, who are the 2 largest investors, and this will be for the 7th correct one, the 2 largest investors in Greece?
Wow, that's a hard one. I don't remember that one.
I do.
Good.
I can vote.
I cannot win, and neither can Jeff, who keeps answering questions.
Yes.
He's very good. He's listened well.
Yeah.
So, Fong, do you have winners for us?
No one has won either gift card yet.
Okay. So the question is, who are the biggest investors in real estate in Greece?
Correct.
So if we don't have anyone yet, we'll just let it stand out there, and maybe someone will come up with that answer.
Oh, but we do.
We do?
Yes,
Okay,
I see it right here.
perfect. Okay, Arana, read the name.
Marty Miravtab.
Perfect. And Rana, who is the winner of your gift card?
Oh, it's Fong knows because I have too many, but I think it's Maria Tesha Haides. It's Maria, the first one.
Maya was the first one? All
Yes.
right, perfect. So we have that recorded, and they will both win $25 gift cards. The next event that we're having here is questions and answers, Bob and Fong. So Fong, if you have questions on chat or questions that have been given to us that are already been asked during our presentation, do you have those?
I do not, but if anyone has any questions, go ahead and put it on chat.
Or if you are present and have a question, you can raise your hand under reactions, and we will look for your question? Or have you actually asked the question? Do we have any hands raised? I don't see any. Fong, do you see any hands raised for questions?
Are you not?
You do not.
Elizabeth's hand is up.
Okay, Elizabeth, ask your question, please.
I would like to know what is the best time to visit Greece and Turkey?
I'm sorry, would you repeat the question? It was garbled at the beginning.
I would like to know when is the best time to visit Greece and Turkey?
All right. Rosie, what's the best time to visit Greece?
Depending what you like to do. If you like ski, it will not be good in July. If you like swimming, that will be good in July. So depending what your interest you have.
When you have your ticket.
Well, when you have your ticket, that's another story. But depending on the desire of entertainment you want to have.
Okay. Zutu, what's the best time to travel to Turkey?
I'm going to repeat Rosie's answer. Depends on what you want to do, because there is something for 12 months. You can enjoy it anytime you want. But if you're a sun, sea, sand person, then between June and end of September, I would say. But if you're into culture, walking, museums and stuff, then possibly not in summer because it's going to be really hot all around. I'd be here around spring or fall time.
There is a question asked by one of our members, Gita. She wants to know about getting a mortgage. How does one finance a purchase of property in Turkey?
I don't think you can if you're a foreigner. If you're not living in Turkey and if you're not a Turkish citizen, it would be really, really very hard for you to get mortgage from a Turkish bank. Maybe you can do it internationally. By the way, Turkish mortgage system is only 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you have to have deep pockets and come over
True.
with 400,000 in your handbag, Gita, to be able to buy something and get the golden parachute. I mean, the golden visa, the golden passport.
Gita has two more questions, I think. One of them is about less than 400 and the benefits of it. Gita, you can easily get a Turkish residence rather than a citizenship if you buy property in Turkey, and you can apply for residency permit. That would be the first 3 years. I think it'll be just 1 year each time, and then you can get a longer one. And the interest rate for mortgage rates is, well, the state banks say they offer mortgage starting from 1.6% per month, not per year, per month. And if you're talking about private banks, then it's going to start from 2.1, 2.2%, going up to 3.5 easily. This is again monthly. So if you do an annual one, it's gonna come up to, I don't know, like almost 40% a year.
I can add something to those Gita's question actually. There are ways to get a mortgage in Turkey, but not 10 years, 5 years. But you need to give a collateral of 50% for the mortgage, then the rest 50% you can get a mortgage for 5 years. The second thing is it's not allowed for the Iranians, by the way. Only Iranians are not allowed to do that. The other nationalities can use mortgage in Turkey. And for the residency thing also, that even though citizenship is $400,000, there's also another investment thing is if you purchase an real estate in Turkey for $75,000, you can get a resident permit in Turkey. I hope that answers your questions.
Good. Who else has their hand up and wants to ask their question on screen, or repeat it if it's in the chat? Say it now. Who has questions? We're entertaining questions and answers right now while we have all of these wonderful people here to answer. So who else has questions? I don't see anyone. I'll ask a question about Turkey, and both Turkish people can answer. What's the political atmosphere like in Turkey right now, knowing the relationship we have with Turkey and the United States? And you're mentioning a lot of Russian buyers coming in and buying in different areas of Turkey, not only the south, which is where a lot of Europeans would like to be, but you have Russians coming in and buying property to get away from that extreme situation there. So what is going on right now with Turkey?
When the crisis first started and all Russian banks were banned from using the IBAN system, some Turkish state banks and some Turkish private banks integrated with the MIR, the Russian banking system, through their infrastructure. And this way, the Russians could send or wire money from Russia over to Turkey. But I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, the US government stepped in and they said there might be some consequences for letting them transfer money internationally. So now all Turkish banks are disconnected from MIR, the Russian banking system. There has been a new social media law that just passed through the Turkish parliament. And if I answer the rest of your questions, our next meeting could be somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
No, just kidding. But yeah, I mean, at first, I think at the beginning of the year, even in Turkey, things were a little bit tough. Some of the European travel agencies told the Turkish hotels that if there were Russian guests, then they wouldn't do any bookings over Europe. But somehow, you know, Turkish Ministry of Tourism found a solution, and this summer was actually very peaceful. People spent their holidays in the same hotels. We did not have any problems. Antalya already has a certain population of Northern Europeans living there, residing there, buying properties there. And now Russians are doing the same thing. Even the Ukrainians are, by the way, in Antalya. They are, they're not buying, but they're renting. That means rental prices are skyrocketing as well. So, but still kind of peaceful. I mean, we haven't had many problems.
That's very good to hear. Gökhan, do you have anything to add to that? You're muted.
Zühtü explained it quite well, actually.
All right, great. Is there one last question that we will ask before we go to our next gift card, which is the $100 gift card? So is there one last question before we finish up here?
There's questions in chat right now. How do you transfer money to Turkey and Greece if you want to buy, I'm assuming, real estate?
Gökhan, answer that. Yeah, please answer that real quick.
Yeah, you can just transfer the money with the like IBAN to the Turkish developer or whoever buying. Basically, it's just a banking system. Everything needs to be legal to transfer the title deed with the right amount, basically.
So it's not PayPal. Can't do it.
I mean, you can, but it's gonna cost a lot.
Yes, I'm teasing. All right.
I mean, if you're not buying it for a citizenship, you can even pay by crypto.
Okay.
I mean, that's possible. You can pay by cryptocurrency. If you are buying it for a passport for citizenship, then everything has to be sent through official channels, and you have to be able to prove officially that $400,000 has been transferred internationally from somewhere out of Turkey to a Turkish bank.
Oh,
Super. Thank you so much. One last question I see here, and the question is, are property rights in Greece similar to Turkey? So, Alexandra, would you answer that? Are property rights in Greece similar to property rights in Turkey?
I do not know all the details about when owning property in Greece, but I do know that in Greece we have a freehold ownership. And the majority of Greece, most of the Greece properties are registered in cadastre. And also that every foreigners can purchase property in Greece. There are only some restrictions like that's similar in like with Turkey when purchasing property in the borders area. That's what we didn't have time to talk about. And thanks for asking this question. It's very actually useful.
All right.
And
Thank
also
you.
these are, some areas, but doesn't mean that you cannot. You can. Even if you're a non-EU citizen, there is a background check, and then you have to get a permission or EU with the blue card.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank
My pleasure.
everyone. We have a gift card to give away right now. So Arana, you have the floor. You're muted, Arana. There you go.
Unmute myself, I know. Thank you very much. So the question is not an easy one for $100. It is how many bilateral partners do we have in the Eastern European countries, members of the EU? So how many bilateral partners do we have in Eastern European countries that are members of the European Union?
I'm sorry for putting such hard questions.
Now, I know that this one is a hard one, so we'll get the third correct answer. And let's see if we have anybody. I don't see anybody yet.
A lot of guesses here.
Oh, Jennifer Tim.
So it's number 3 or after, is that correct?
3 or,
So
I'm
number-
sorry, 3 or after, yep.
Okay, Jennifer Tim wins that $100 gift card.
Congratulations, Jennifer.
All right, everyone. I want to thank all participants, all the speakers, everyone who came and joined us today. We had over like 60 people on our video today, our forum. I really appreciate all the participants and speakers and everyone that joined us today. It's been a great and interesting educational forum. We've learned so much about countries that many of us have not had the opportunity to visit. I know I've had the opportunity to visit Turkey in the past years ago. I have not had the opportunity to go to Greece, but I very much want to at this time. Thank everyone for participating and giving up of your time and your information to us. Really appreciate it. So with that, thank you all and goodbye. Good night and goodbye to everyone.